Welcome to the show. But no, for real. What's going on, everybody? It's Dotish here. And I just got done watching probably 15-30 minutes of complete garbage on YouTube of people trying to explain how you can be better at Call of Duty. They say, oh, use this gun. Oh, use that gun. Oh, change your sensitivity. Use this specialist. That's a load of crap. This is just a video explaining you how to get better at Call of Duty. This is just general tips. I'm going to make other videos, dark matter, KD, wins, a lot of kills, all that good stuff. This is just going to be general tips for the average Joe who's trying to get better. So, I'm not going to sit here and say that guns don't matter, because you're not going to go drop a 100 bomb in a win with the Spitfire. Gun's garbage. Like, I'm not going to say that, because it's just the way it is. Some guns are more dominant than the others, but it's not 100% on that. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump into a game of Hardcore Dom. It's one I highly recommend, just because if you're a solo player, it's just a lot easier for map control situations. And also, I absolutely hate hit markers, which, if you play core, that's what you get. A ton load of hit markers. I almost cussed. This is a no cuss zone. So I broke it into a few parts here, just for general tips for the average player. So we got your timing. Basically with this, I'm just saying that you always have to get the first line of sight on the enemy. You want to see him before he sees you. I mean, that's pretty simple. I mean, obviously this is a fast-paced game. You want to be a faster player. So I always recommend using lightweight. The grapple hook is good. So time. And spawns, you need to be aware of where you're spawning, so that whenever you're on the other side, you know where they're spawning, if you know what I'm saying. Like, let me just give you a quick example. I'm going to go ahead and use Ruin just for the purpose of this video, because I am a run and gun player, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. I don't have lightweight on this class. What should we go with? This is kind of a big map. I'm going to go with the Hades. This is one of my favorite guns, just because you throw F and J on in a hardcore, majority of the time it's a one-shot kill. But anyways, back to spawn. So we're spawning A right now. So whenever you're playing domination, there's A, B, and C. The A flag and C flag are your spawn flags, and B is obviously the middle flag. So if you're, you know what, I'm going to come back to spawn until later in the game. We'll go for timing right now. Okay, that was horrible. And also, be aware of the people that kill you. This is just a little side note. This isn't even, like, that guy killed me, and I was almost 100% sure he was fixing to come up this ramp. Alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, we got a corner camper. So we're going to talk about map control. So generally with this, I highly recommend Torque, because in hardcore, his barbed wire and his guardian thingy. Yeah, you still camping there, idiot? Oh man. But his barbed wire and his microwave turret, they are 1-2 hit kills, something like that, and that's really useful if you're a solo player and you're trying to, ooh, don't let them be. If you're a solo player and you're trying to get wins, or you're trying to funnel the bad guys into one spot. Attaboy team. Hold up.
Be secure.
Okay. Okay. Man, the Hades is so good for this. Okay, kind of doing good right now. Anyways, map control. So you're gonna want to funnel the enemies into one lane. So 90% of Call of Duty maps are 3 lane, and you're gonna want to cut 2 lanes off, whether you do it using teammates or torch barricade, anything. Just try and cut 2 lanes off and keep them to 1 lane. Which is, it's hard to do if you're a solo player. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it's easy, because it's not by any means. But wow, that just happened. But map control, it's a huge thing. If you stay in their spawn and you're a ready up player like myself, then it's easier to get kills. But and then our next point is your teammates. Utilize them any way you can. 90% of the time your teammates are going to suck, so you have to utilize them in other ways. One of the main ways I like to use them for is bait. So hold on. So, man, I can't focus right now. But like, I think my teammate, yeah, see, so now he's down here. So if he gets shot, I know there's a guy in that line of sight somewhere. that guy's a revenger. And this idiot just flipped the spawns. Way to go, buddy. But you can use your teammates as bait. That's what I like to do majority of the time because they don't do anything else. Spawns flipped. There's a guy trying to kill me. Get him, buddy. See right here? Let him go in first. If he gets all the kills, man, that's great. Good job. That'll help our team out. But if he dies, and I know there's a guy aiming right around that corner, and I know it's an awful thing to do, but you're just gonna jump around the corner. Just give him a little whoop, and then get him. It's not the nicest thing, and I hate it when people do it, but whenever you do it to someone, it makes you feel good. Our next point is the mini-map. So, okay, that guy came with my own gun. Kudos, buddy. But your mini-map in hardcore is extremely useful. Makes me really upset when people destroy them. Anyways, so whenever I call in the UAV, generally speaking, I probably look at the UAV 50% of the time in my actual gun, like on screen. Probably like, I guess the other 50% of the time. But just because of how useful it is. It obviously shows you where the enemy is, but it's not like other Call of Duties. It gives you kind of like a live feed of where they are and where they're moving. So you can have a directional idea and a okay, he saw me. But you can have an idea of which direction they're moving in, and that's huge. You can also have, like, you can watch your teammates, and if they die, you obviously know there's a guy right there. Man. And then if your teammate dies, you know there's a guy right there, and it's a lot easier to figure out where they're going. But the main thing you need to learn is all the lines of sights in a map, like the main lines of sight. And you can see them. There's two ways you can learn. You can watch a lot of videos, or you can play the game. Like, I've logged like 5 days in this game already. Like, I've had my time, and I know the game fairly well. I know the spawns, I know all the lines of sights, all that good stuff, and as long as you have the basic lines of sights down, like, obviously there's the big one like in there, but a lot of you probably didn't know that you can prone like right here and see in this window right there. I'm not a fan of camping, so I don't use it very often unless there's one guy that keeps killing me. I knew he was in there. Ugh. But lines of sights are a huge role in this game. Which brings us to the next. Yeah! Hey, like that big guy? Freaking razor wire. That's what I'm saying. The razor wire is good. You have map control. Now I can't go that way. Yellow. That right there is a major spawn point for C-Flag, so if you stay in this building, it's really helpful. And then come right here. If you're ever spawn trapping, you see him spawn back there. If you're ever spawn trapping, you have to keep that in mind that there's two major spawn points. And you have to keep moving. You can't, like you can obviously stay in this house here, but you gotta move. You can't be stagnant. Get in! Idiot. Ooh, man. Which brings us to our next point, by the way, which is where you need to look. Let's see if I can hear anybody. Okay, what's up? But, oh, I saw you. But you always need to have peripheral vision. Always, I don't recommend sitting like super close to you. I knew there was two of them there. I did that on purpose. Move, buddy! See, that's one of the things that I don't like about hardcore is team killing. I mean, if someone pisses me off and I kill them, revenge feels great, but I hate it when I accidentally kill them and I get kicked. But it happens, man. Whatever. But where you need to look. So whenever you round a corner, you need to obviously be looking in the general direction of where the enemy is going to be. Like, you don't need to... Way to go, dipshit. But, like, you don't want to round a corner going like that. Or like that. You can't just go like this and just, like, look around. Look at all the nice stuff. That's... If you just kind of want to check stuff out, it's not a problem. But, I mean, if you're in it to win it, okay, yellow, then don't do that. You gotta look where the enemy's gonna be. Anticipate. See, these are major lines of sights. Ah, I knew that was gonna happen. Only bad thing about this freaking operator mod is long ranges. They really get you. Ooh, baby. FMJ for the win! And Teddy Smack for the loss. But yeah, I'll just go over the points one more time just because I'm stretching this. Oh my god! Damn! I did not realize I was on 60 kills this game. That's a nice little surprise. But so your timing, you always want to be the fastest and the first person to a vantage point. And there's a lot of vantage points. And lines of sights, that's such a huge role in this game. Get up there. Okay. Kill me with my own gun. Good job, big guy. Dead gun professional. But anyways, lines of sight, real important. Man, I cannot stay on topic. Too much going on. Lines of sight, super important. Always know where you're looking. Be aware. Be conscious of the situation. Sounds. I didn't even think about this one. The sounds are important. That's really important. I highly recommend using headphones. If you don't have great headphones, that's alright. I mean, even the old Apple iPhone headphones work. The ones that actually have a USB, a headphone jack, not the lightning thing. Well, hello there. Those will work. Just because if you have headphones, there's so much you can hear. You can hear freaking, what is this fella doing? But I mean, you can hear footsteps. You can hear people placing their TAC deploy beacons. You can hear people shooting. And if you play long enough, like I do, you can like know what gun people are shooting. Hold up. But you can know what gun people are shooting just by the sound of it. And if you look at the kill feed, like if I heard that guy shooting, and I knew that he was using a haze. And I looked at the kill feed, I saw that an enemy killed a teammate with the haze, and it was right next to me, so I know that my teammate didn't win that gunfight, so I know that the guy's right around the corner. I mean, you can hear all sorts of, you can hear people walk through razor wire, you can hear so many just fantastic sounds in this game. I mean, you gotta be able to hear them. I don't know, we dropped 62 and 19. It's not too shabby. So sounds are important too. That's probably I'm gonna make that a key point. So you have your timing. You want to be the first person to the line of sight, and you just gotta know the line of sight first of all. But you gotta be the first one there, and that's really important, especially in domination, because you want to get that first smack on them in the first round. In the second round, you gotta let them know that you're not letting up. The spawns, you gotta know where your spawns are and the enemy spawns. Just be conscious and aware. And then map control. That's huge. It's really, especially if you're a solo player, it's hard to get map control, so if you do get it, it's a big thing. Teammates, use them any way you want them, because they're not going to play the objective, so do what you can with what you got, use them as bait, whatever. Your mini-map, you really have to utilize it, because you don't get it very often in hardcore, and you just have to take advantage of it when you do. You gotta look where you just gotta look where you need to. If you're around a corner, like, put your gun right where the enemy would be, and shoot him right in his kisser. I'm also just going to go over this real quick, just a specialist. In hardcore, if you're playing hardcore dom as a solo player, which is what I highly recommend, then specialist-wise, I recommend Torque for map control, Ruin for versatility, so you can move around faster, Ajax if you're a real dom player and you have to capture the objectives and your teammates never will, this will help you. Crash for score streaks, I'll go over that in my score streak video. If you're just a huge recon fan, you can use it, but I think it takes too long. You only get the Vision Pulse like 1 or 2 times a game, and the Sensor Dart doesn't last long at all, so it's useless. Prophet, hardcore.